Today, we're talking about 6 important things that you need to think about before selling your home in the Greater Moncton area to get the highest possible price in the shortest amount of time.
Hi there, we are Denise and Marc, a husband and wife real estate team in the Greater Moncton area. Today we're talking about selling your home in the Greater Moncton area, but if you're a buyer, you'll want to stick around to learn what kind of strategies sellers are using to get top dollar for their home. It could help you in your own real estate journey.
It can be tricky to time the market, maybe even close to impossible, but there are a few things to consider to help determine the best time for you to sell. First, let's talk about seasonal trends. Spring and early summer are traditionally the most active times for home sales, and we're especially seeing this now as we record this in May of 2024. The weather is nice, homes have great curb appeal, and in general, families prefer to move before the new school year starts. Fall can also be a good time as the weather is still pleasant, and there's always motivated buyers looking to be in a new house before the holiday season.
Generally, winter is the slowest season for home sales, but even that can work in your favor. With fewer listings, there's less competition, which can make it easier for your home to stand out. Next, you've got market conditions, which can be affected by things like interest rates, employment rates, and inventory levels. These factors all play a part in determining if your local market is a buyer's or a seller's market. Over the last few years here in Moncton, we've been experiencing a seller's market, meaning there are more buyers than homes available. That's made prices increase, and for the most part, houses are selling much faster. We're starting to see the market inching closer to a balanced market, but we're not quite there yet. For reference, a buyer's market is when there are more homes for sale than buyers.
And finally, your personal circumstances can and should have a significant impact on when you should sell your home. Experiencing a job relocation, a change in family size, or other life events can dictate the best time for you to sell. Financial readiness is also a key consideration. For example, do you have enough equity in your home to cover selling costs or help you with a down payment on your next home? Considering these factors, seasonal trends, market conditions, and personal circumstances can help you determine the right time to sell your home.
When you make the decision to sell your home, you'll want to prepare it so that it's looking its best to give you the best chance at selling it in a short amount of time for the highest possible price. Here are the things you will need to do to achieve that.
Cleaning and decluttering a home before selling is important because it creates a positive first impression, it highlights spaces and key features, and it helps make your home more appealing to a broader audience by offering a neutral environment. It also makes for much nicer photos for online marketing. It gives a better impression that the home has been well maintained and will help lead to faster sales and higher offers. A tidy, well-maintained home suggests pride in ownership and adds perceived value, making it more attractive to potential buyers.
Fixing minor issues or addressing major fixes is important because it enhances the property's appeal and helps increase buyer confidence. It helps prevent potential buyers from being deterred by visible flaws or concerns about hidden problems. A well-maintained home shows buyers that the property has been cared for, and it can help reduce the likelihood of negotiations over repair costs or demands for a price reduction. Ultimately, a move-in ready home attracts more offers and can justify a higher asking price.
Curb appeal sets the first impression potential buyers will have of your property. A well-maintained exterior can increase the home's attractiveness and perceived value. By investing in curb appeal, you can grab buyers' attention and generate more interest in the property. Things like having the lawn mowed, bushes trimmed, and a groomed flower garden, along with cleaning or painting the exterior and fixing broken fences, can all add to this.
By strategically arranging furniture, decor, lighting, and accessories, you can highlight the home's best features, maximize its space, and create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. This allows buyers to envision themselves living in the space and helps them connect emotionally with the property. Stage homes photograph better, which helps increase interest as well. Staging helps neutralize personal touches and style choices, making the home more appealing to a wider range of potential buyers.
Choosing the right realtor, especially in a market that is saturated with agents, can be a difficult process. As a seller, you want to partner with a realtor or a team, wink wink, who will represent you best and who will do what is necessary to get you the best price for your home in the shortest amount of time. Here are some things to consider when choosing the agent for you.
Sellers often look for realtors with a proven track record of successful sales, and that makes sense, but a few things to think about. Some experienced realtors may be a little complacent and less flexible, or may not have the time to dedicate to your property, which can lead to less personalized attention. A newer agent may have less experience, but may be more adaptable and innovative and could provide a fresh perspective to the selling process. And even though an agent is newer to the industry, they may have tons of experience in other areas that can aid you in your real estate journey. For example, when I came into the industry about 5 years ago, I came with 25 years of sales and management experience. And when Denise came in a few years ago, she brought 22 years of experience in the banking industry. So don't get too hung up on needing an agent who has been doing the job for years. You may be surprised with how much newer agents have to offer.
The local market can shift in a very short period of time, so finding an agent who has a deep understanding of the current state of the market is key. A realtor who is knowledgeable about your neighborhood, including pricing trends, local amenities, and potential buyer demographics, can also be very helpful in your sales journey.
This one is very important. As a seller, you will want to know what types of marketing strategies your agent will employ. Today, sticking a sign on the lawn and being on realtor.ca, although it's important, won't be enough to make your property stand out. Strong marketing strategies will maximize your property's exposure, help attract the right buyer, highlight the property's strengths, and create a higher perceived value.
Do you ever call a business only to not be able to talk to someone? You leave a message and still no one calls you back? It can be incredibly frustrating. So now imagine that person or team is representing you in one of the biggest transactions in your life and guiding you through the process. That would not be a pleasant experience and would probably increase your stress level. That's the opposite of what your realtor should do. Having an agent who is reachable, promptly responds, and who will provide regular updates and feedback is essential to a successful partnership when selling your home.
You absolutely need to work with someone who you trust and feel comfortable with. Each agent has their own way of building rapport and demeanor, which means that every agent will not be everyone's cup of tea. Finding one that you connect with is very important.
Recommendations from friends, family, or colleagues can be a great way to find your agent, since it's highly unlikely anyone would recommend someone who did a subpar job for them, and much more likely they'll only recommend someone if they did a great job and gave them a good experience. Proper marketing is essential for a successful sale, and having a strategy that's tailored to your property will attract potential buyers, show off its unique features, and take into account the evolving trends of the local real estate market. These are some marketing approaches to consider when selling your home.
This one is about as basic as they come, but having a for sale sign on your property increases visibility of your property and makes it easier for potential buyers to find information about your home. Neighbors often have friends or family members looking to move to the neighborhood, so this is a great way to let everyone know your home is for sale.
By having your property on these sites, it reaches a large audience and provides valuable information about your property. Realtor.ca in particular is the go-to for most home buyers and has millions of visitors each year from near and far.
Social media platforms can help gain exposure for your property due to its networking nature, shareability, and engagement. Realtors use social media as a tool to build and connect with their networks, and it's a great way to get your home in front of many more eyes.
Video home tours showcase and highlight the unique features of your home, and it allows viewers who may not be able to visit physically get a much better feel for the layout, the finishes, and even the neighborhood. Video tours set your home apart from other homes for sale and increase engagement with a wider audience.
Open houses can generate immediate interest in your home and allow your agent to get face-to-face with potential buyers for your property. Now, whether it's a homeowner or a realtor, most people have their opinions about open houses. Some think they're great and well worth doing, while others think they're a complete waste of time. The truth is, They can be either. They can really be hit or miss with no rhyme or reason. We've done open houses where we've had no one come, and we've done others where it was nonstop traffic for 2 hours straight.
This is part of our back end system as realtors, where we can see which agents have buyers who were alerted about your property through our automatic email alerts function. As an agent, this is a great tool to monitor and use to follow up with those agents who may have potential buyers.
In a competitive real estate market, having professional photos creates a great first impression to potential buyers and highlights your home in its best light. This is slowly becoming a standard, but we still see very poorly lit photos taken from awkward angles with thumbs in the corner of the frame from time to time.
Canvassing neighborhoods is a great way for your agent to spread the word about your home being listed to your neighbors. They may know of friends or family who are looking to move, and your home may just be the perfect fit.
Paid social media ads are similar to social media posts, but can be targeted to reach specific audiences. It's another way for your agent to get more eyes on your property, increasing the chances of exposure to the right person.
Agent open houses can be a great way for your agent to bring in their network of realtors for them to see your home on behalf of their clients. They will then have the knowledge of your home, which can help bring a buyer more quickly.
Pricing your home correctly is without a doubt the most crucial part of selling your home as quickly as possible and for the highest price. You can be working with the most successful agent around and have the best marketing plan in place, but if your home is not priced appropriately, there's a good chance you'll sit on the market longer than you need to, or you'll be leaving money on the table.
So how do we come up with the right price? This may sound a little harsh, but your home's value is not determined by how much you'd like to get for it. Is not determined by how much you need to get for it to achieve a certain financial goal, and is not determined by how much it would cost to build it today.
Nope.
The biggest and best indicator of the actual market value of your home is determined by what a buyer is willing to pay for it. And the best way to find that is with a comparative market analysis, also known as a CMA.
A CMA looks at the sale prices of similar homes in your area that have recently sold. The reason this is the best way to determine a home's value is because it provides actual data of what buyers are willing to pay for a home like yours. Even though we're in a seller's market here in the Greater Moncton area, homes that are overpriced still tend to stay on the market longer. With so much information readily available today, buyers are well educated and generally in tune with appropriate home values. To show you the importance of pricing, we pulled the last 6 months worth of sales here in Greater Moncton to see what the correlation was between list price, actual sale price, and the number of days on market was. And what we found was that the houses that sold for the highest value compared to their asking prices sold within 14 days of listing. And included in that 14 days is the period for the buyers to meet any conditions. So realistically, these sellers probably received one or more acceptable offers within a few days of listing.
So getting back to actual sales price versus list price and in how many days, homes that sold in 14 days or less sold for an average of 103.55% of asking price. Now that may not sound like much compared to some of those crazy stories that we've all heard, but think about this. If your home was listed for $400,000 and sold for 3.55% over asking price in less than 2 weeks, that's an extra $14,200 and much less stress with it being done in 2 weeks or less. I don't know about you, but $14,000 is a lot of money, and reduced stress is almost just as valuable. Homes that sold in 15 to 30 days sold for an average of 100.79% of asking price. So that's also pretty good. You'd end up with an extra $3,100, but you did have to deal with showings for an extra couple of weeks.
Homes sold in 31 to 60 days sold for an average of 97.93% of asking price. This is where it starts to get interesting and really demonstrates the importance of proper pricing. We're talking 2 months of keeping your house show ready and dealing with showings only to end up with a sale price of just shy of $8,300 less than your listed price. And homes that took more than 60 days to sell sold for an average of 97.18% of asking price. So not a big difference after 30 days really.
So if we look at anything that sold in more than 30 days, I'm not saying that you necessarily could have gotten more money, although it's possible. But if your home that was listed for $400,000 and sold for $392,000, would have been listed for $395, it may have sold in just a few days rather than a month or two. You'd end up with the same amount of money, but a lot less stress and inconvenience.
Exactly. In recent years, it's become common practice to hold offers on certain properties. So what does that mean, holding offers? Well, because of the low inventory we've been working with since, say, 2020, some sellers and their agents will pick a date and time to have offers submitted on a property. It's usually 4 or 5 days after the list date, and the idea behind it is to give anyone who is interested the opportunity to see the property and write an offer if they decide to do so. As you can imagine, this is also a way to encourage multiple offers, and it's how most properties end up selling over the asking price.
So if you're a seller, you may be thinking that's an easy one. Sure, I want to hold offers so I can sell over asking price. But what you need to keep in mind is this won't work for all properties.
Yeah.
Holding offers is most effective on properties that have common features that buyers want. They are in a good location and also in a more popular price range. If you have $1 million home out in the country, this strategy will probably not work for you. And now to add to that, in January of 2024, the 4 separate real estate boards in New Brunswick amalgamated into one large board in order to make things more consistent throughout the province. With that, a few new rules have come into effect, and one of them involves holding offers.
Before January, a seller could say they were holding offers until a certain day and time. However, a buyer or their agent was under no obligation to abide by this. And further to that, the Realtor Code states that as a listing agent, we must present any and all offers as soon as practicable. So that meant that regardless of the date announced for offers to be submitted, as listing agents, if a buyer's agent sent us an offer, we had to present it to our sellers. These were called bully offers or preemptive offers, and they were a strategy buyers were using to try to gain an advantage in a competitive market. Now, in order for this to work, the offer would have to be very difficult to refuse, either because of the price or the absence of conditions. But we've now adopted a seller's direction form that the St. John board had been using for some time. This form outlines how the sellers would like to handle their listing and hold offers.
If you are not holding offers, you don't need to use the form. But when you are holding offers and using the form, the sellers indicate the date and time that they would like to review offers. But here's the catch. They are also agreeing that their listing agent cannot present or even advise them of any offers that come in until the agreed upon date and time. The reason for this is to keep the playing field fair for all and to eliminate bully offers. That part is great, but think about having your house on the market for 3, 4, 5 days with a good amount of activity and showings, but not knowing how many or if any offers are coming in. That would be tough. I mean, it's great on the last day if you have a stack of offers to go through, but it can be disappointing if it didn't go as planned and you got none, which can still happen from time to time.
So as you can see, to hold offers or not to hold offers is not a straightforward answer. It depends on your property, the location, and the price range, among other things. And it's definitely a conversation to have with your realtor to weigh the pros and cons and see if it makes sense for your specific situation. So those are 6 things you really need to think about before selling your home in the Greater Moncton area to give you the best chance at a successful sale in a short period of time at the highest price possible.
If you've been considering selling your home in the Greater Moncton area, send us a private message with your name and address and we'll send you our official Listing with Denise and Marc guide.
And if you're a buyer and you've stuck around this long, hopefully you found some use out of this video that can help you as well. Whether you're buying or selling in the Greater Moncton area, if you'd like to partner with us to start your own real estate journey, our contact info will be below. We'd love to hear from you.
We are Denise and Marc. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.